Sup, compassionate people? Welcome to Vegan News. Tons of stories this week to cover, so let's dive right in. Move over, McDonald's, or rather Burger King. The future of fast food is vegan. Plant power fast food is at it again. I've reported on this before, as they've had great success opening several restaurants in the area, but it was more of a fast casual thing. Think like Five Guys Burger and Fries, Chipotle, those type of restaurants. This one is geared completely towards fast food. Back in August, they purchased and took over a closed Burger King location and renovated it and turned it into one of the world's first fast food drive-thrus. Located in Encinitas, California, they will serve all the typical fast food fare people are used to, like burgers, fries, shakes, chicken tenders, those sort of things, obviously all plant-based. But they will also be including even healthier choices than that. Think wraps, salads, and some raw dishes. Just 18 months prior to purchasing this, they had had their flagship store open in Ocean Beach, San Diego, and it has done so well that it has allowed them to partner with more investors to open this new restaurant that can give people on the go the flavor they love with none of the cruelty and a much healthier option. Founders Jeffrey Harris and Zach Voga, sorry if I mispronounced your name, started Plant Power Fast Food with the mission to help combat the health and obesity epidemic here in the United States. They hope to impact the health of millions of Americans by becoming a large chain just like McDonald's or Burger King is, and provide the exact same things people are used to. Jeffrey Harris had this to say: "The fast food industry has successfully answered a need by providing a convenient way to get our meals on the go while at the same time delivering a consistent taste experience. The downside is that by and large, this type of food isn't very good for you. Our goal has been to inspire people to begin to ask themselves some important questions about where our food comes from and perhaps to begin to think differently about their choices. But we're not doing it in a way that's preachy or confrontational." Their goal here is not just health for the general public, it's also for the animals. So you can spend your dollars knowing that this is what it's going to. Law and Order screenwriter Roger Wolfson, there's a joke in there. Wolfson, dogs. Never mind. Is pushing to get plant-based diets in shelters for dogs in Los Angeles County, California. During a board meeting on November 28th is when Roger Wolfson made the proposal to switch dogs in the shelters over to a plant-based diet, giving all of the added benefits and bringing up his two own companion shelter dogs that have been on plant-based diet for years as examples of how healthy they are and how this can work across the system to create healthier dogs and not contribute to the cruelty of animals. Wolfson had this to say: "Feeding dogs plant-based diets eliminates a huge host of health concerns, allergies, and cancers. A follow-up meeting is going to be held by the same board in Los Angeles to make a final decision on this, and here's hoping that it goes through and they decide to actually provide these plant-based options for the shelters, for their dogs, to help keep them healthier and to limit how much other animals are affected that aren't dogs." A new docuseries is coming to Netflix January 5th, and well, let's check out a snippet of the trailer right now.
The food industry is under full-scale assault. The crisis is global. More of us are wanting to know the source of the food we buy.
If you don't know what's in your food, get out of the business.
As you can see, it looks like they're going to be taking on the animal agriculture industry as a whole, possibly with, it looks like, food systems in general, even the corporations that are taking over vegetable farming. It's all a huge problem. We've seen glimpses of these issues in documentaries like Food Inc., What the Health, Vegucated, and other such documentaries, but this is an entire multi-part series that Netflix themselves has made and is taking head on. I'm certain they're probably prepared for lawsuits. Whether or not this is going to lean heavily towards a plant-based diet or not has yet to be seen. Nobody has seen it. But I will be watching it immediately as soon as it comes out and doing a review on it, so watch for that. Like all of today's stories, you'll be able to find a link to the trailer up above, as well as sources for all of today's stories, if it's on Facebook, and down below, if it's on YouTube, in the description. We can certainly expect another flood of non-vegans coming into vegan groups to learn and become vegan themselves, just like we saw with other documentaries, including What the Health earlier in the year that created a huge spike in veganism. I think this is going to do the same. Even if it's not 100% plant-based or towards veganism, I think people are going to see how bad the situation really is, especially in animal agriculture. How cruel and how gross and how just out of control these corporations are. It's going to be amazing, and I know they're going to take a lot of heat from the industry for doing this. So I applaud them, and I hope you applaud them too, and give Netflix your support and watch the program. And in Philadelphia, Stormy the cow has escaped from her nativity scene yet again in Philadelphia, hosted by a Philadelphia church called Old First UCC, which you can find in the link. And there you'll also find their phone number and other ways to contact them, to ask them to please donate Stormy and stop putting on this nativity scene. There's more than just her being stuck out in the freezing cold with no shelter night after night, on display for entertainment purposes in a small pen. She ran into traffic on I-95 outside of Philadelphia, almost causing several accidents. And this is a dangerous situation, and there's no reason for it, none at all. There's also locals that have protested. You can find that information on the Vegan News page on Facebook. You can also figure out how to get in contact with them. And some of those protesters have relayed to me that she has a dairy cow tag in her ear. So she is from a farm somewhere, and she's not just a petting zoo animal. So she will be going to slaughter at some point. And if we can find a way to stop this, we're going to. I'm very hopeful that we can figure out a solution. The problem is they want money for her from those who have asked, and most vegan sanctuaries will not take an animal that has been purchased, and for good reason. It perpetuates the problem. But like I said, check out the links, see if you guys can help, and there'll also be a link to a video of this story so you can see the story in its entirety and take a look at Stormy and see what she went through. But let's move on to the story of the week. And finally, in the last story of today, the story of the week, we're going to be focusing on activists in Melbourne, Australia. Direct Action Everywhere in Melbourne shut down an entire poultry factory, a slaughterhouse. Big thanks to Jessica Henderson, who shot this footage and stayed with the process along with other activists who did similar, and they saved thousands of lives during this shutdown and cost this plant a lot of money. None of the footage is graphic in her video, but in another video that another protester posted, there is some graphic stuff that can be seen, and it just really highlights how it's just become a crazy industrialized murder process where they're not even stunned first. And this is what they were protesting more than anything else. I mean, obviously it's awful that they're being murdered, but they're not even following the rules in Australia for slaughtering these animals. Birds usually get the worst of it overall, and it's true around the world. They're not being stunned, they're being killed and left half dead all over the place in this factory. This kind of stuff has to end. Now with this story, I kind of want to make, I don't know, I guess you could call it like an announcement. I want to begin featuring a weekly hero for the animals. So if you know of an animal rights advocate that is out there doing amazing work and doesn't already have a spotlight on them, you know, obviously don't tell me about James Aspey or Earthling Ed or somebody. They already got a spotlight on, they're doing great work. But somebody that could use help, you know, could use more followers, could use that kind of thing. I want to help them. And I want to put a spotlight on people that are doing good, that are out there. You guys are the ones that are helping. You guys are the ones that are helping to change everything. And I really want to highlight that. So please, please send Vegan News, send me, Brandon Kirkwood, on Facebook, a message if you like, and tell me about them. And in addition to that, if you're a protester that goes and regularly enjoys doing live videos of the event and showing things and speaking to people, I want you to also contact me because I want to begin offering you a platform through Vegan News to do live broadcasts from these protests. Because this is vegan news. This isn't just a thing to show videos to get views. This is a tool. This is a tool for all of us to use to create change. And I want you guys to participate. This isn't just me. This isn't just anybody else who joins me. This is us together making the change and hopefully ending this Holocaust once and for all. So please, if you're interested in doing live streams from different protests, events, Veg Fest when they come up again, when the season starts here in the United States and other places, all that stuff. Interviews, anything you can come up with. If you don't want to do it live, that's fine too. You can send me footage, we can discuss things. If you want to write articles, I'm slowly working on the website. My main focus is video, but I'm working on the website, I swear, I promise. And just any way you think you could contribute to join what I'm trying to do and what others are trying to do. We're all in this together, and the only way we're going to win is if we all work together any way we can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will definitely see you next Friday. I have a bunch of videos in the pipeline that will be coming out at least one next week, along with like the little videos I put out here and there, giving like some relevant news really quick. And lots of cool stuff coming up really soon. I'm very excited about in the new year that I have for you guys. And the page has just exploded. One of our posts went viral and I was just blown away by it. So thank you guys so much. To everybody new that's watching and everybody old that's watching, I love all of you so much. I love what we're doing. I love what's happening. And I love the passion and compassion for this fight we are all in to end this absolute madness. I'll see you guys next time. Later.